صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Chapter on if a judge has to witness in favor of a litigant when he is a judge or he had it before he became a judge. Can he pass a judgment in his favor accordingly, or should he refer the case to another judge before whom he would bear witness? And the judge Shureh said to a person who sought his witness, "Go to the ruler so that I may bear witness before him for you." And Ikramah said, Omar said to Abdurrahman bin Auf, "If I saw a man committing illegal sexual intercourse or theft, and you were the ruler, what would you do?" Abdurrahman said, "I would regard your witness as equal to the witness of any other man among the Muslims." Omar said, "You have said the truth." Omar added, "If I were not afraid of the fact that people may say that Omar has added to the Quran extra verses, I would have written the verse of Ar-Rajm, stoning to death of married adulterers, with my own hands." And Ma'iz confessed before the Prophet, peace be upon him, that he had committed illegal sexual intercourse, whereupon the Prophet, peace be upon him, ordered him to be stoned to death. It is not mentioned that the Prophet, peace be upon him, sought witnesses of those who were present there. Hamad said, "If an adulterer confesses before a ruler once only, he should be stoned to death." But Al-Hakam said, he must confess 4 times. Narrated Abu Qatada, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said on the day of the Battle of Hunain, "Whosoever has killed an infidel and has a proof or a witness for it, then the salb, arms and belongings of that deceased, will be for him. I stood up to seek a witness to testify that I had killed an infidel, but I could not find any witness, and then sat down. Then I thought that I should mention the case to Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, and when I did so, a man from those who were sitting with him said, 'The arms of the killed person he has mentioned are with me, so please satisfy him on my behalf.' Abu Bakr said, 'No, he will not give the arms to a bird of Quraysh and deprive one of Allah's lions of it, who fights for the cause of Allah and His Messenger.' Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, stood up and gave it to me. And I bought a garden with its price, and that was my first property which I owned through the war booty." The people of Hijaz said, "A judge should not pass a judgment according to his knowledge, whether he was a witness at the time he was the judge or before that. And if a litigant gives a confession in favor of his opponent in the court, in the opinion of some scholars, the judge should not pass a judgment against him till the latter calls 2 witnesses to witness his confession." And some people of Iraq said, "A judge can pass a judgment according to what he hears or witnesses, the litigant's confession, in the court itself. But if the confession takes place outside the court, he should not pass the judgment unless 2 witnesses witness the confession." Some of them said, "A judge can pass a judgment depending on his own knowledge of the case, as he is trustworthy, and that a witness is required just to reveal the truth. The judge's knowledge is more than the witness." Some said, "A judge can judge according to his knowledge only in cases involving property, but in other cases he cannot." Al-Qasim said, "A judge ought not to pass a judgment depending on his own knowledge if other people are ignorant of what he knows, although his knowledge is more than the witness of somebody else, as he might expose himself to suspicion by the Muslims and cause the Muslims to have unreasonable doubt." Narrated Ali bin Hussein, Safiya bint, daughter of Huyay, came to the Prophet, peace be upon him, in the mosque, and when she returned home, the Prophet, peace be upon him, accompanied her. It happened that 2 men from the Ansar passed by them, and the Prophet, peace be upon him, called them, saying, "She is Safiya." Those 2 men said, "Subhanallah." The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Satan circulates in the human body as blood does." Footnote: The Prophet, peace be upon him, disliked suspicion and said, "She is Safiya," that is, my wife.